years, every 3 years, every 5 years, or every year. Love going out to Mr. Bagel Sunshine, saying Precious, I love Christmas. It's one of my best holidays. And birthday first, then Christmas. Gonna open the phone lines to connect with you guys. You can give me a call. That's 342-0081, 771-1791, and 466-5391. That's the numbers to call. Good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon, my darling.
Hey, Manu, what's up?
Well, I hear you're asking who painting for Christmas. Well, I let out all the paintbrush, so I don't want to bring back my brush. I don't want to give up my brush and them. I'm going to paint.
Oh, what trouble is this with you?
Huh?
What trouble is this with you?
No, but if everybody calling around me paintbrush and them. I don't want to bring back my brush, I go paint. I want all my brush on them. And let me tell you something for this Christmas. All you stop spending. Is that COVID? All you spending money for Christmas?
Yeah.
Buy food for the house. Food that you need, not food where you want. Because, you know, not people moving around this Christmas. So all you buy food was all in. And when all you going by somebody, carry something. They may not have nothing.
Wow, that's a nice thought.
You understand what I'm saying? As long as you're going by somebody, may not have something, they may not carry something. And only enjoy. Let me sing it before everybody sings. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. You understand? Before anybody tell you, I tell you Merry Christmas before anybody else. And only carry something for somebody when only going by them.
Yeah.
And all the ladies who go me pay, I want back my brush.
When you're going to buy somebody for Christmas this year, walk with a ham or walk with one of your black cake. Yeah, Piper. Good afternoon, welcome.
Hey, Precious, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my love. How are you?
I am humble and just
Yeah, Papa, you sounding like ham in fridge. You don't buy drinks, you don't paint, you just waiting.
I'm in fridge since last year.
Things nice with you?
It's always nice. You know, we are looking in the mirror.
For real.
And then take up people over your shoulder and say, well, if you're seeing right.
What going on?
I hear like my boy Piper here, like.
Piper seeing her on air and Piper calling me. I forget my mic on and answering phone here, Piper. So the whole world had to hear.
I hear him yesterday with Google holding on, man. I have to hear him wrong, man. I know you come back on the play just now. The election is in there.
Papa.
I love to hear you say that, Papa. You must give some kind of Christmas thing for Aloes now, man. You
want Christmas Aloes?
Yeah, anything.
Talk about Christmas Aloes. You ever drink a Aloes wine?
Yes, I must taste Aloes wine.
What's that?
I must get a taste in the Aloes wine.
Yeah, we're telling yourself, it's not a trini if you never taste a good Aloes wine.
I know today, boy. I know tomorrow people and I think yesterday gone by.
All right, darling.
That's right.
Have a good one. Blessings. Andy. What's up, Andy? Oh, yeah. What's going on?
Well, at home.
Well, you home and singing, so?
Yeah, just feeling myself ready.
If I home, I'm so excited. I wouldn't be singing, so I say, hey, one, at home.
Nah, I really feeling the bacchanal vibes.
So what you up to? You're just relaxing?
Yeah, just taking it one day at a time.
Nice. You enjoying the Christmas music?
Christmas music, yeah. Yeah, before I go forward, I just want to say a big shout out to a friend of mine, like a little brother. His name is Jared Ratton. Right, he say, Andy, when next you call Precious, shout me out now.
Alright.
So Jared, buddy, good afternoon to you.
Hi, Jared.
However, give me something from Byron, no?
Byron?
Yeah.
All right, then.
I really am feeling, honestly speaking, November, within this month, October and November.
Say what you say now. You ain't feeling what?
I ain't feeling that Christmas vibe.
I know that is what I was going to say, so just say it. Don't beat about. If you ain't feeling it, you ain't feeling it. To be honest, not everybody feeling it.
Right now, my pocket balling. Hey, when I go get some money, I ain't feeling that.
You ever hear don't believe everything you hear on radio? you ever hear that?
Yeah, you must hear that from a fella like Piper who they stay quiet in the corner.
No, but I learned that from Super Jigga TC when I used to work with him. When we used to finish our show, he used to say, don't believe everything you hear on radio. I say not to say now, they say you ain't really feeling the Christmas, but you know, Andy playing the Christmas music, so I had to give the Christmas vibe, but don't believe everything you hear on radio.
Yeah, it's true, because watch now, you were trained to do something, so you're doing it to the best of your ability at the end of the day.
Randy saying Christmas on the hill. You had that one? Yeah. Christmas on the hill. Yeah. Christmas on the hill. Yeah, Andy.
Humbug.
Well, all right, then you're going to get your Byron, all right?
Yeah.
So you relax yourself on your Friday off. Lucky you. Good afternoon.
Hey, Precious.
Oi.
I forgot to tell you the song I want, girl.
What song you want?
Spoken Moppers by Mighty Sparrow. Well spoken moppers.
Well
spoken moppers.
Spoken?
Yeah, well spoken. You know, people come and they could talk, big talk, and they know what they're talking about. Well spoken moppers.
All right then.
Okay, my dearie.
Yeah. Now let me put out my disclaimer. During the week when I'm working by myself, I just make sure and find all your song and play it. On Fridays when I'm working with a DJ. If you don't hear your song, blame Andy. Good afternoon.
Precious, good afternoon to you, my dear.
Good afternoon, honey. How are you?
Good.
You went in town today?
What's that, honey?
Did you go to Port of Spain today?
No, I did not.
Okay.
To be honest with you, I did
I was
not.
about to ask you, how town looking?
No, I did not, but yesterday I was in Port of Spain.
Okay,
but
okay.
I want to say good afternoon to Miss Luke. Miss Luke was there with you earlier on there.
Oh, you know her personally? Personally.
Karen Arch, no?
Personally. What's that?
It's Karen Arch is from.
Oh, right. What
and that's
happened?
you know, the Lukes and them are a very big family.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I love it. I love it what she said, you know, this afternoon. I enjoyed it, honestly. You understand me?
Yeah, that was a nice vibes, man.
Yes. And I know, I hope, you know, that she continue, you know, to do that right through. Because, you know, that will help the young people, especially. You understand me? Yes, but Precious, everything all right with you?
I dey poke, yes.
You know, these days is only rain, sun,
You know, Trinbagonians, we program. Trinbagonians program. Your dog could have no daddy. Your cat get run over by a car. How you going? I good?
Yes, I
so
know.
I dey poke.
Yeah, but I enjoy all your little music and thing and what that. Your boy go calling just now, Mr. Leave it right there.
Yeah, I'm a boy. What's that, honey?
I said have a good one, sweetheart.
You too, lover. You too. God bless and have a good weekend. I want me brush, neighbor. Give me my brush, neighbor. I want me. You painting this, Andy? Papa, well, you use a big worker, you know, so your money running nice. You're paying by me too. Good afternoon, Mr. Bagel.
Good afternoon, Prissy Press.
Good afternoon, Mr. Bagel. I good. What a one?
Good afternoon, Hannah man. Andy enjoying the music.
Andy, like you don't want to talk to you, chick up in the corner, you wouldn't step to the mic.
You understand?
Mr. Bagel, you know, we talking a little Christmas. We playing the Christmas music, and I heard you said that's one of your favorite holidays. I would love to spend a Christmas in Tobago. You know, I don't know what it's like.
Girl, it does be beautiful.
Wow.
I have been spending Christmas in Tobago all my life. And imagine as a Trinidadian, I must spend 1 or 2 Christmas from small, but yeah, nah. I always look forward to Christmas long time, especially when my aunt how we melting the butter and all kind of thing when it done cream, and we she making the chocolate cake and all them things. Now when we done, we getting to like the bowl and the spoon, yeah. And we busting, and well, when I say spend Christmas in Trinidad, it was not as sweet as today.
Wow, I can imagine.
When I say live Fes Galan, my stepfather, may he rest in peace. Me and my sister cousins and them, and she brother, we used to go and bust carbide, bust bamboo, girl. It got time we fry off we eyebrow from busting bamboo and busting carbide, because you know when you're doing carbide, you gotta get a pan. You're busting a hole on top of the cover, and you put in the piece of the carbide inside of the pan. But a spit you have to use. So girl, by the time you spit on that, you hear bowl. Sometimes your face ain't get some girl with. And we used to play Starlight War. So like the Starlight and pelt it at one another.
Memories.
So when you done what we saw, we like Smokey Joe.
Nice
but
memories,
it used
man.
to be fun. Yes. So you know what I try to do with my daughters and them? I try to give them that enjoyment of Christmas, the spirit of Christmas. You know, sometimes all 2-3 o'clock we now playing with the house.
Yeah, that's a normal Caribbean thing or Trinbagonian thing. That you had to stay up 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, put away house. When Christmas they come now, you're tired, you can't even enjoy the day.
Girl, and we getting lunch. Sometimes my mother used to say that is anti-K lunch. We getting lunch, we don't eating lunch all 3-4 o'clock in the evening. First I cooking up a store, make get real thing, so you know boxing we ain't cooking.
Yeah.
But what did happen? I saw me and my husband married and thing. We used to let the family come by we for Boxing Day, so you know that's another cooking. So I started to cook, and you know we will lime had drinks, and some of my co-workers would come by me and things. But I haven't done it in a long time. But I'm looking forward to my Christmas, COVID or no COVID, because last year we rented a villa, and the family we went there and spent the Christmas time there, and it was nice for a little relaxation, dip in the pool and things. And we plan to do the same thing this year.
Nice.
Because I'm not letting COVID steal my joy. So here wherever Christmas music, because it have real plenty, but it have one I love to hear from Crazy. He and another young boy singing. All right, can you go and make tea? He and another fella sing it, but I can't remember. I have the tape, you know. You'll have us kill that. Where the fella saying he's a vegetarian and Crazy telling him bring all the ham and all kind of thing, but he's a vegetarian. Girl, I love to hear that, but I can't remember what is in it.
I'm sure somebody on Facebook or YouTube will let us know. All right, Lava, thanks for calling.
Yes.
Blessings. Okay. Have a good one. You know, always nice chatting with Mr. Bagel Sunshine. Always brings a difference. When you see she call Israel Cakes. Good afternoon.
Good day, Mr. Lahokita.
Hey, Mr. Lahokita, how are you?
I'm there, and that's the weather a little cloudy, and you know.
Okay.
But no rain right now. But,
nice.
But on the Christmas, talking about Christmas, you know, I'd love to. As you know, I grew up in the country. So I would like to, I used to like to smell what they call linoleum. That's the thing they should put on the floor. Right? Yeah. Right? Country people long time. And then they have everything they call the oilcloth, which was a tablecloth.
Oh, you're talking about the smell.
Yeah, I want that Christmas morning, so you get up and you smell your parents' hormonal, right? That scent used to really make you feel as if you're out of space, right? Then you might have a pork leg. Your mom might bake a pork leg, and then you'll have the ham. Now the ham in my days as a child, I'm talking about, used to be in a white bag. They call a white bag. They call a shallow pepper bag.
Oh, okay. Talking about the good salted ham.
Yeah. They call it a black ham, and they call it a tar ham.
Oh, black ham. Okay.
Yeah. And they used to boil that in a pitcher, what they call a pitcher tin. You understand? And if Christmas Eve and thing, darkness meets you, because in them days we had no electricity and things, sometimes people will pass and take your ham out of the child, you know.
Oh, what a thief and ham?
Yeah. So when you have a cookie, what they call a flex, checking to see if your ham cooking and things, there's a big stone in your picture.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Yeah, man. And these were true experiences. Eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, Christmas in the country was something as example, from Christmas Eve, and then you're coming back home. But Boxing Evening, you're going from house to house. Every night we tell you to take a rest. You understand? Because get a rest, you take a rest.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah, man. But because it was very, very interesting, and the parang and everything was nice, and the kabay next to the road. But I remember bursting kabay from a tin. You'll put the kabay in a freako tin long time, or a clean tin. And you'll bore a hole on the bottom of it, and then you'll take your stick with a lighted fire and bam, the cover blowing away. And it had the bamboo. I never like the bamboo, because what happened, the bamboo used to backfire sometimes and burn all your eyebrows and things.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, after Christmas, a lot of young people and things hardly had eyebrows after that. And that's a fact. But I like to hear is, something salt, I chop dust.
That no 10-minute song though.
No, I will play. No, with me you play. Once you play it.
Tell me again.
Oh, you know it?
Yeah.
Andy say you will get it.
Yeah, all my tunes and long, you know. It's just that that hymns, those hymns, you know. But you gotta play 2 or 3 stanzas and call that, you know.
Well, I think it'll get one.
Yeah. Well, I can't. Well, I can't remember that one.
Yeah. All right, Miss Alahoketa, thank you so much for calling.
Yeah, but good shows. And you could tell your mom you want to have linoleum and thing by you this year, and because we're going back to basic. So linoleum and oil cloth.
Not me, you're going back to basic by yourself. Linoleum, you say, no. Not me, nah. I go mop my ties. Final call, good afternoon.
Hi, Precious, how are you?
Hey, Aaron, what's going on?
Hi, good. I want to go back to basic. I want to learn a little history and never.
Yes. If it's one thing with Miss Alahoketa, you learn a lot.
Yeah, I learn a lot. And you know, they say every day learn something new.
Yes.
I never too old to learn. So how you going?
I good. How are you? On the road?
Yeah, tired, but.
Be safe, eh?
Yeah. No, not leaving Cuba, yeah.
Oh gosh, quite Cuba. You're coming from. Drive carefully, yeah. You know, to have a times on the road.
Yeah, I have no money for that speeding ticket now at the merit point. So take care. You be safe.
All right, blessings. Thank you so much for calling. That's what we're talking about, guys. We're gonna wrap up on the phone calls. We have that Baron to play, and the Sugarloaves requested, and the Chalk Dust. Okay, so DJ Andy gonna take it away now, all right?
Every time
You must parang with me. Wayo, then you go see how the parang looks at me. Wayo, now you go know why I love me parang so. Wayo, just come along. You don't want to learn this song. Wayo, now you go know why I love me parang so. Wayo, hey, come go, get up. Wayo, hey, come go.
Christmas morning I helping my wife to put up curtain. The big 4 o'clock started crowing. I said, girl, somebody come in. Was Roy, Augustus and Scotty, Placid, Nancy and Kenny. Leave town and come to go Martin. Popping drinks and singing, hear them, neighbor. Get up this Christmas morning. This bunch of get up from your bed. Slice up some cake and sweet bread with something sweet, something sweet, something sweet to pass in the white. Something sweet, something sweet, something sweet to pass in the white. Into my house, them limers walked. I gave them salted garlic pork with rum, scotch and punch of creamer. Sorrel ginger beer. I gave them salt business to eat with salt nuts and good salt meat. I even gave them a salt prune. Yet they kept singing that tune. Yeah, Roy, baby, get up this Christmas morning. Baby, this bunch of cream we drinking. Baby, get up from your bed. Slice up some cake and sweet bread with something sweet, something sweet, something sweet to pass in the white. Something I want, something sweet to pass in the white. I had to call on my neighbors to help me cool them limers. Rupert Gomez, Carlos Samuel, Bridges Lano and Maxwell. The neighbors cook up salt baby with saltfish pastel chewy, and yet them limers still find fault and begging for something salt. Yelance, wake up this Christmas morning. Baby, this bunch of cream we drinking. Baby, get up from your bed. We don't like cake and sweet bread.
There's something sweet. That's what I'm hearing. I'm not hearing salt. I'm hearing sweet. Love going out to Bobby. Bobby saying during the Christmas season, let's remember the less fortunate ones, alright? Also love going out to Carlene. Carlene is saying a Caribbean thing. And I guess she was saying that 11 minutes ago when Mr. Bego was saying, you know, all 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, we still putting away house. It's a Caribbean thing.
Baila muchacha, baila.
Laura is saying the best homemade drink is sorrel. Girl, I disagree. I prefer ginger beer over sorrel any day.
I must have black cake for Christmas.
Yeah, I love my black cake.
Love it soaked down with rum.
Allison can't wait to come home for Christmas.
Be nice and fruit.
Allison in the US.
I want it stick to me gun. A piece of cake Christmas morning. Just have me filled with delight. And with a full glass of sorrel. Christmas does be bright. It's the black cake I love. It's the fruit cake I want. You are the master baker, and I'm the fruit cake lover. I love the way you just make it. I'm always here to eat it. It's the black cake I love. It's the fruit cake I want. It's the black cake I love. prima is the fruitcake I want with sorrel or ginger beer. I do like sponge cake on Christmas. I find it does feel too dry. And when that thing start to choke you, brings water to your eye. But it's not so wet a blanket. It's away in your mouth and gives you that Yuletide feeling. You know what I'm talking about. It's the black cake I love. It's the fruit cake I want. You are the master baker and I'm the fruit cake lover. I love the way you just make it.
You're locked with DJ Andy. Love going out to Philomena. Philomena is saying, I am in NYC. What all you doing to me? Well, come home now, girl. Come and spend Christmas and then you could leave and go back. Laura, you requested this one on the Facebook.
It was early Christmas morning, I was lying in my bed. When I hear her calling, it was neighbor Mildred. She come over early, say time to start the fete. Please don't say I'm greedy, but I ain't eat food yet. My husband gone by his mother and left me in a jam. Look my belly in my hand, neighbor give me piece of ham. Neighbor, oh, you're yummy. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. It was early Christmas morning, I was lying in my bed. When I hear her calling, it was neighbor Mildred. She come over early, say time to start the fete. Please don't say I'm greedy, but I ain't eat food yet. My husband gone by.
And remember, if you could afford to buy a ham, but your neighbor can't pick up two now, just pick up two small ones. One for you, one for the neighbor.
Neighbor, oh, you're yummy. Bring on the ham. Neighbor, ay, 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 ay. Bring on the ham. Neighbor, oi, oi, oi. Bring on the ham. Neighbor, ay, 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 ay. Bring on the ham. All I want to do is eat. Bring on the ham. I don't want to know what I meat. Bring on the ham. When I taste good so Rufus. Bring on the ham. If then I just feel it's Christmas. Bring on the ham. Neighbor, oi, oi, oi. Bring on the ham. Neighbor, ay, 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 ay. Bring on the ham. Neighbor, oi, oi, oi. Bring on the ham. Neighbor, ay, 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 ay. Bring on the ham. Baila, baila.
Who requested this one? Roberto said play Soca Santa. So we oblige, alright? Love going out to my 82-year-old friend, Sam.
The North Pole and come down to Trinidad. He say it's too cold in the North Pole, so he couldn't stay. He come down right away to have some fun in this land of sea and sun.
Andy Bongs, I want from the top. I want to take this call because this person been calling for like 50 minutes straight. Good afternoon.
Precious, good afternoon.
Hi.
Oh Lord, I'm inside.
I know I see you calling, but I was already out of the calling segment. But I see you calling, I wouldn't leave it there, so I said, let me take you.
You were like Mr. Lahokita, my finger hot in there.
What going on?
Everything quiet, and listen, Andy, there with you?
Yes.
It's Christmas songs.
Yes.
I don't know if Andy can pick me up with that sprang along.
You want a sprang along?
Yes, sprang along, my boy, you know.
That your cousin?
That's a close friend, Precious.
You're going to get a sprang along?
And I don't know if I'll be home for this Christmas.
Hey, where you going? You're flying out?
Yes.
Papa, I get you.
Oh, gosh, girl.
Where you going? Tobago?
No, I'm going to New York.
Best you pack me in your suitcase.
Oh, God. I will see if I room for you.
A small.
And I know Mr. Bago waiting for me to tell me don't come back.
They're not nice. Don't study them.
You know. Oh, God, she and mommy is trouble, you know. But only enjoy the evening. I locked on.
All right, darling.
I'll leave it there.
Yes, Miss, I'll leave it there. Miss, I'll leave it there flying out for Christmas. We will get you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Precious.
Hi, my love. How are you?
See why that caller some time ago call and see his wife material, I think, or something to that term.
Okay.
Yes, man. Your topic will be so interesting.
Oh.
Yeah, man. I like the energy.
Thank you.
That song, that calypso that you played earlier on by that young lady. Yeah, that's like a national anthem, man. All radio stations should play that song, man.
Yeah, nice, eh?
Yes, it's educational. It's so encouraging. It's up to date. It's everything nice about that. And I like the Christmas energy. I think that's actually para. I like that.
Yeah, man. Blessings to you, right?
Yeah, look, man.
Yeah, man. Only since I sit down here, my ears scratching me. I know asking Handy if that money. What that mean? My ears only scratching.
Santa leave the North Pole and come down to Trinidad. He say it's too cold in the North Pole, so he couldn't stay. He come down right away to have some fun in this land of sea and sun. So Santa, don't leave your bag of toys. Don't forget you have to share it with every girl and boy. So Santa, don't want to ride no sleigh in a big time Toyota Calabasin all day.
Crank it, pump it. Yes.
Watch now, he different, you know. The late great Spangalang was.
No, carnival party for you to enjoy all this. This is not an aerobics class. All you just to free up and have a good time. All you understand? Nice, sweet, groovy. And keep down your hand, the down feathers. Have a problem with down feathers. Listen, there's only two chords, huh? I'm gonna give one chord, but it would have tired you out. You're gonna be dancing the same way all the time. Gonna be pressure. Get it? This is not a chord. This chord is the best. Even if you're deaf, be flat on him. 2 chords to wine, 2 chords to grind, 2 chords to horsey, 2 chords to donkey. 2 beautiful chords. Just for you. Crank it, pump it. Yes. But why all your hand in the air like the whole of the party? Music, I can't wait. This is a normal carnival party for you to enjoy all this. This is not an aerobics class. All you just to free up and have a good time. All you understand? Nice, sweet, groovy. And keep down your hand, the down feathers. Have a problem with down feathers. Listen, there's only 2 chords, huh? I'm gonna give one chord, but it would have tired you out. You're gonna be dancing the same way all the time. Gonna be pressure. Get it? This is not a chord. This chord is the best. Even if you're deaf, be flat on him. 2 chords to wine, 2 chords to grind, 2 chords to horsey, 2 chords to donkey. 2 beautiful chords. Just for you, just for you. I couldn't have said it better myself. I'm telling you. However, don't take no direction from nobody. Go to left and go to right. Man, you're lost. Now is a good time in the party to rub down your car and look for your car is basic. Music in your breath to take you to heaven. In a birthday party, in a big fete, just to make you happy, just to make you sweat. Groovy, sweet as soca, yes. Just right, just right. That is lyrics to the max. So that is 50 points for lyrics, and then they go get 55 for that.
Love going out to Peggy.
50 points for Spirit of Carnival.
Also to Carly.
50 out of 100. So, 2 cards for Sparrow, 2 cards for Kitch. Put it in chutney. I will make the switch.
Joy saying Christmas at my house in Canada is just as if I have it in Trinidad. We have sun, but it's cold as hell. But I make sure I have all the goodies for my family as if I'm in Trinidad. Nice.
For the game for chutney. So it will be 200 because another 50 for chutney. That's 200 out of 100. It will be a vulgar fraction. Brothers and sisters, if you know you're the sweat, see how.
Roberto want to hear crazy.
The other brothers who are telling you to raise your hand may well have.
What's that?
It says hands up, out, down. Up, out, down. Oh, lady says, wine, oh, wine, ooh, wine. Okay, intermission over. My boy, all the rest. We have move us. Take this bus. Uncomplicated, that is what you wanted. Music to dance, to jump and cry. To God in your to God in your
To God in your
to Ramouche. And there's a part of the song.
Roberto said it's cold and wet in London. Well, we bringing you some true Trini vibes all the way out there in London. And because you wanted to hear crazy, look how nice DJ Andy is now. He played for you one time.
Parang soca in a rima. Fans heard of my parang band. 2000s block the grandstand. Evel Cock was the MC. When he introduced me, people jumping like carnival to my rendition of Serenal. Alpagata, alpagata. From Port of Spain to Faizabad, everybody go crazy mad. Maria, 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 mi corazón. Born to us, a child was born. Born to us, a ever-loving son. Like a thief in the night, he showed his light, and he meant no harm, just to save us from damnation. Hooray, hooray, hoorah, 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 they say. Our Savior was born today. It was through his light, while a shepherd's flight, but they just couldn't believe their eyes. And when he come, man, you know them non-Christian get together and pound nails in his hand. And on the third day, he rose again. So you see, he shed his blood for me. Kuchilala, Sibeti Wachilala, Sibeti Wachilala, Sibeti Wachilala, Kuchilala, Sibeti Wachilala, Sibeti Wachilala, Sibeti Wachilala. This pretty Indian girl, a bunch of white in character. She says she come from Calcutta, and she want to take me dinner. When I reach home by the baby, all she had hope to offer me was Kuchilala, 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 Kuchila, Kuchilala, 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 Kuchila. Bring a car, bring a bus, bring a bike, bring anything.
So guys, it's just about 10 minutes to the hour, 4 o'clock. I already see my countdown is on for my ads to come in. So this is where we got to shut it down with Friday's edition. It was so nice spending time with you guys. Of course, enjoyed the great music, courtesy DJ Andy. Remember, Value Opticals, 13 branches are now fully open to provide expert eye care services to you, but they are still recommending that you make an appointment for all testing services, all right? To do so, give them a call at 225-4865 or toll-free 800-2020. Also, if you're looking for hardware, building materials, auto parts, small tool rentals, pets and pet supplies, even gravel and sand, you need to check out Johnny Q Hardware at number 15 Peter Avenue in Woodbrook and the new Johnny Q Superstore in Lowlands Mall, Tobago. That's I said that already, Lowlands Mall, Tobago. That's off the Claude Noel Highway. For more information, you can give them a call at 63 Tools, all right? So, guys, it was nice spending this time with you. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Remember, COVID is still out there, so practice your health protocols and follow the guidelines, all right? Papa, Roberto, you easy. Come back, precious. Don't go no way. You easy. So, love you guys. And we out. You want to say anything, Andy? Bye-bye, self. Oh, gosh. What song is that? Oh, the Rose, and then I still have to play the well-spoken Mighty Sparrow. What are you doing, man? Well, they don't play the Rose already. Your people's troops. If you cut it, yeah, they play it now.
Comes from people who don't know what to say. They like to use words that's big and long, and they know when they're using it wrong. Some moppers come by me last Christmas Day, eat me out and drink me in the washed away. I had a swell time, they started to boast, but before I go, let me make a toast. And they tell me, here's to my good friend, I wish that he and everybody live in enmity. I wish him ill health and adversity, disaster and strife eternally. I second the motion.
This is Caribbean Vibes.
I grab me cutlass and I tell the louse, you better get to hell out my house. You can't do him that. And next one said to me, what he said should make you feel happy. I was shocked because this was a friend of mine. I tired lending money, we just get along fine. So when he say he liked the remark, I say he must be booze and making skylark. But he said, may your cup of sorrow never run dry. May misfortune follow you until the day you die. You are such a nice, quiet, illiterate lad. Your obnoxious company make me feel glad. I second the motion. Oh, ho, 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 ho. A long maga one they call Dabrio. Say 3 cheers for insipid sparrow. The fame and fortune that he has accomplished, I wish it all would rapidly diminish. He's a fella that I have always despised. I don't know why people just watch him and criticize. His stupidity is unsurpassed. In other words, he's a hypothetical ass. May his friends bring him joy and frustration, impose on him and lift him to degradation. He's a jolly good fellow and a kind reprobate, unscrupulous and always inconsiderate. The second emotion.
This is Caribbean Vibes.
I couldn't believe people could be so rude, repaying kindness with ingratitude. Lord, well, I grinding like a sugar mill. I ain't know which one of them to kill. But I grab me cutlass and I pelt a blow. I never see drunken people take off so. Me wife laugh, she laughed till she choke, and telling me I must learn to take a joke. Lumically speaking, you're a pussyistic man, she said, most eloquently full of shittification. Your splendiferous views are too cats-astical, too conti-moratic and too bitchy-listical.
The official station that defends the nation. News from the street, 919fm.com. Here's what's happening.
Good afternoon. I am Vanessa Thomas with the 4 o'clock news on the streets, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube. In the headlines, Education Ministry assures all is well for the physical reopening of school on Monday for secondary school children. Internationally, Congress votes to keep U.S. government open amid shutdown. And now the news in detail. All systems are set for the physical reopening of secondary schools on October 4th. The assurance comes from Education Minister Dr. Nyan Gatsby-Dolly, who said although the transition is expected to be a challenging one, urges students to embrace the change as part of a thrust to establish a new normal. The Education Minister also assured that all public health regulations would be implemented and reiterated that only vaccinated students from forms 4 to 6 would be accommodated in the classroom, while unvaccinated students will continue their work online. Regarding concerns that vaccinated students could be exposed to unvaccinated teachers and other categories of school employees as they attend physical classes, the minister stressed that in addition to the public health regulations, the vaccine was just another layer of protection which would help anyone contracting the virus from becoming grievously ill. She said although COVID-19 vaccines had been made available to all category of school officials, including principals, teachers, administrative staff, janitors and security guards, vaccination was still not mandatory for anyone. The minister was unable to say how many teachers had actually been vaccinated, as she said the Ministry of Education was asking teachers to disclose their status. In other news, the Bridge B16 Endeavour, located at Jerningham Railway Road, will be closed for a 2-week period commencing Monday, October 4th. The Ministry of Works and Transport said this closure is necessary to facilitate the installation of a modular bridge to provide temporary access with an aim to reconstruct the bridge at a later date. Also, the Ministry of Works and Transport has advised that there will be a temporary closure of the roadway at B25 Arima Old Road in the vicinity of Beckles Lane starting today until further notice. According to a statement, this has become necessary to facilitate roadworks at this location. Motorists are advised to use alternative routes. Internationally, U.S. President Joe Biden has signed into law a temporary measure to keep the government funded until early December and avoid yet another federal shutdown. Congress narrowly passed the bill hours before funding lapsed, which would have forced federal museums, national parks and safety programs to close. The bill also includes money for hurricane relief and Afghan refugees. Mr. Biden, who signed the bill averting a shutdown with just hours to go, said its passage reminds us that bipartisan work is possible. And that was the 4 o'clock news on the street, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube. Recapping the headlines. Education Ministry assures all is well for the physical reopening of school on Monday for secondary school children. Internationally, Congress votes to keep U.S. government open amid shutdown. Do enjoy your afternoon and continue to be safe. Aisha Wells, she's up next.
News from the street. News from the street. 919fm.com.
What is Apex? It is the pinnacle of high-performance vision through a lens. It's clarity, no matter what angle you look at. It's comfort, no matter what you do all day, every day. And it's customized, with every digital measurement your eyes require to see at their very best. Apex Digital Lenses by Value Optical, the ultimate lens design for your eyes. Value Optical, expert care for your eyes.
There's only one way to start your week right, and that's with Dr. Livette. Join him right here on your radio every Thursday morning beginning October 7th at 9:10 a.m. for your dose of the health and wellness in a program that is sure to change your life. Popular for promoting Livette rather than diet, Dr. Livette has transformed a number of lives nationwide and is now live on the street 919 FM every Thursday from 9:10 a.m. Tune in on Thursday, 7th October and also learn about the U-Juice to build your immunities and promote overall great health. Dr. Livette on the street 919 FM this and every Thursday from 9:10 a.m. It's time that you live.
Tune into the street 91.9 FM
every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
for the Repairing of the Breach radio program with me, Bishop Showinau Thomas.
The scripture says, "And they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places.
Thou shalt raise up the foundation of many generations, and thou shalt be called the repairers of the breach, the restorers of the paths to dwell in."
Don't miss it. Repairing the Breach radio program with Bishop Sherwin R. Thomas on the street 919 FM every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Bounce it!
Trinidad and Tobago.
Kaiso.
What have we become? It's time for us to live in peace, love, unity. And that time is now. Yeah, my cry Trinidad, my sweet land of soca.
All on Street 91.9 FM, the official station that defends the nation.
We are living in a world of disaster. Only envy, hatred, and crime. So let's stand up and get out of this confusion. And let us work hand in hand. First we need to stop fighting down each other. If we are to live as one, because if we don't stop the blood from flowing, many will have to die. And if we don't stop the tears from falling, well then, I guess plenty will have to cry, 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 cry. Oh, it's the reality of life. Open up your eyes. Sometimes I just sit and wonder why crime is going so far. Cause every day we read the newspaper. It's kidnap, robbery, murder. But if we don't think about we don't stop the blood from flowing, many will have to die. And if we don't stop the tears from falling, well then plenty will have to cry, 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 cry. Oh, get the youth be wise. Let us all unite. When we look at the times we live in, temptation day by day, I want you to know all the things that happening. One day the wicked will have to pay. Let's not forget all the missing teenagers and others' life were taken so innocently. We know for sure all the pain they suffered will live on in our memory. Because if we don't stop the blood from flowing, many will have to die. And if we don't stop the tears from falling, I guess plenty will have to cry, 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 cry. To you is to love one another, to support and motivate each other. We need to change the man in the mirror to create a brighter future. Come, let us walk in the right direction and set good examples for the children. I'm telling you, it's the only solution to make this a better land. Because if we don't stop the blood from flowing, and if we don't stop the tears from falling, well then they will have to cry.
A happy life.
To the people them, tell me we gon' make it. But you're trust in the Most High, the Most High. Well, wow, wow. Zama Benjamin Yashirala. We're gonna make it one day, someday. All my praises be to the Most High One. We're gonna make it one day, someday. Righteous youth man, keep standing strong. When the going gets tough, then the tough gets going. I pray we will make it, cause the battle that we're facing, dread and terrible, my brethren. And when the pocket them low, I know, seems like there's no way getting out. Just put your trust in the Most High, He will give you more. Numbers 6 verse 24. We're gonna make it one day, some way. All my praises be to the Most High One. Israel. We're gonna make it one day, someday. Righteous youth man, keep standing strong. Now let me tell you this, the love of man already wax cold in these last days. Would you see your brother hungry? Charity's gonna lengthen your days. Let's come together to the children of Israel. You're the salt and the light of this earth. Though the world is cold, they can't touch your soul. James 1 verse 21. We're gonna make it one day, some way. All my praises be to the most I want. We're gonna make it one day, someday. Righteous youth man, keep standing strong. Now when the bills pile up, oh gosh, tell me we gon' make it. And when the system lock down, oh gosh, tell me we gon' make it. I know the battle is hard. Tell me we gon' make it. I put your trust in the Most High. Oh gosh, tell me we gon' make it. Trust in the Most High. One day. Tell me we gon' make it. Put your trust in the Most High. The Most High. We're gonna make it. You're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. All my praises be to the Most High One. To the people them, tell me we gon' make it. Put your trust in the Most High, the Most High. Wow. This is my Benjamin Yashirala. We're gonna make it one day, someday. All my praises be to the Most High One. We're gonna make it one day, someday. Righteous youth man, keep standing strong. When the going gets tough, then the tough gets going. I pray we will make it, cause the battle that we facing, dread and terrible, my brethren. And when the pocket them low, I know, seems like there's no way getting out. Just put your trust in the Most High, He will give you more. Numbers 6 verse 24. We're gonna make it one day, some way. All my praises be to the Most High One. We're gonna make it one day, someday. Righteous youth man.
The Street 91.9 FM brings you today's tips to improve your financial literacy. Improving your financial literacy is a never-ending endeavor that needs to be prioritized. As you work on improving your financial literacy, it's important to continue your momentum. Here are your tips. Find an accountability partner. An accountability partner is exactly what it sounds like. Your accountability partner is there to keep you on track when it comes to your finances. They are there to keep you motivated and to help you stay the course, especially through challenging times. For most people, an accountability partner is a spouse. However, an accountability partner can be any individual you trust and value their input and guidance. Having an accountability partner can be the extra motivation you need to reach your financial goals. That was your financial tip brought to you by the Street 91.9 FM.
they shouting. Some hanging curtain, some painting. Children hanging up stocking, looking for Santa, while the parents listening to the serenaders. Serenaders, so come to be parangole, come to be have fun, come to be parangole. This is the season, parang, 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 parang outside, parang outside. And we going non-stop, we no warming up. Parang outside, parang outside. And we going non-stop, we no warming up. Eating, drinking, having a good time. Dancing, prancing, having a good time. Each and everyone preparing. Some busting bamboo, some painting. Each and everyone preparing. Some busting bamboo, some baking. Some making bunch of creamer. Sorry, lunches are beer. Everybody celebrate this occasion each year. Each year. So come let me parangole, come let me have fun, come let me parangole. This is the season. Parang, 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 parang outside. Where is it? Parang outside. And Lego, welcome in the country, boy. Come up, come up. You got fun this year. Come to the Southwest. And we going non-stop. We not warming up. Eating, drinking, having a good time. Look fresh, Creole, boy.
So let me start off by saying good afternoon to you, the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Top of the afternoon to those of you on the web, locking me down right now via our YouTube and Facebook pages. Let me see what you guys saying on YouTube. So I see you all. Good afternoon to Same Dude 1979, Diane Payne, Roberto Mohammed. Good afternoon to you. Hope you're having an awesome day today. Kevin Williams and the entire crew. Remember, when you get in, like the video, share the live, all right? Good afternoon to those of you on Facebook. Let me see who's out there on Facebook. Marcelin Ned, always on the inside. Allison Boyce, how you doing? Guys, I see Hip Chick, Bobby Silal. Hope you're having an awesome day today, Bobby. So much to discuss, Trinidad and Tobago. So much is happening. Tell a friend to tell a friend. The Queen of Talk is on the radio. And we're starting off in San Fernando West. Well, according to a press release dated today, October 1st, address headed People's National Movement San Fernando West, Coffee Street, San Fernando, of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, contact information. The executive of the San Fernando West constituency of the People's National Movement have noted with uneasiness the recent unwarranted and unsubstantiated attack against the Member of Parliament, the Honorable Faris Alwari. In light of the latest smear campaign of misinformation perpetuated by the opposition, we wish to categorically and unequivocally state that we stand strong in defense of our Member of Parliament, the Honorable Faris Alwari. Our Member of Parliament remains committed to the continued improvement and betterment of not only the lives of the citizens of San Fernando West, but that of each and every citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. The Honorable Faris Alwari, in his capacity of Attorney General of Trinidad and Tobago, has worked tirelessly towards achieving a safe, just and better country by piloting much-needed legislation before the Parliament representation was made in the following areas. The 25th of February 2021, the Evidence Amendment Act. 16th of March 2021, the Tobago House of Assembly Amendment Act. The 29th of March 2021, the CARIFORUM States and United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland Economic Partnership Agreement Act. On the 28th of April 2021, the Anti-Gang Act. The 21st of April 2021, the Electronic Payment Into Out of the Court Amendment Act.
the 19th of July 2021, the Sexual Offences Amendment Act, and on June 22nd, 2017, the Miscellaneous Provisions Marriage Act. The membership and executive of San Fernando West recognizes the great strides made by our MP in ensuring justice is preserved and the guilty expeditiously brought to account. It therefore comes as no surprise that strangers to these ideas are at the forefront of these misguided and unfounded claims against the Member of Parliament. The San Fernando West membership and executive calls upon all right-minded citizens of Trinidad and Tobago to be vigilant and remind ourselves that no one should be persecuted for doing what is right. We remain, as always, proud of our Member of Parliament, his achievements, his dedication, and his commitment to San Fernando West. Let us all stand in solidarity with the Member of Parliament, Faris Alwari, a man of justice, a man for justice. Signed off, the Executive, San Fernando West People's National Movement. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we're headed right about now. Do you also stand with the constituency, executive, and members of San Fernando West? Are you fully backing the Member of Parliament and Attorney General Faris Alwari? Let me get your thoughts on the inside. Feel free to call me. 342-0081, 771-1791, 466-5391. Every line is lit. Caller, you live.
Good afternoon, Aisha.
Good afternoon, Mano.
And good afternoon, Trinidad Tobago. But we know that we have to start talking like that, like English. We know that we have to stand together with the man. And we have to stand together with PNM because all these things that these people do, all what they try, all kind of how the only thing they do, they didn't reverse back on Ralph Marad. You know, Ralph Marad is the big old man. They didn't reverse back on him. So we have to stand together with the PNM. Dr. Rowley, you're holding the joystick in your hand, mash the board, and swing corner when you have to swing. Whoever fall off, that means they wasn't holding on properly. Swing corner and mash the board. Trinidad and Tobago, PNM all the time. These other people ain't doing nothing besides want to cause bacchanal and couture and to get back in office to save themselves from themselves. Gone.
Thank you, Mano. Do you stand with the executive of San Fernando West? Are you two fully supporting the Attorney General in light of all that has happened? Let's go, caller, you live. Good afternoon, caller. Not ready. Caller, you live.
Hi, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon. No, I don't see any reason. I stand with him. But I don't see any reason for the Attorney General to step aside. I've seen worse, and they didn't step aside. And the people who's calling for that, they don't have no credibility. You know, because they stood by nonsense. You tell them somebody bring information to your Attorney General and you give it back to them. And you asking for other people to... No, if you have to do that, you have to have some sort of credibility, and you have none. And based on what they're asking him to step aside for, I don't see any reason for him to step aside anyway. Thank you very much.
All right, so let me say good afternoon to Kevin Williams. He says, yes, I too stand with San Fernando West. I stand with Faris Alwari. I'm going to play some voice notes. Send those voice notes to 771-1791.
How are you? I'm just doing a quick check-in. I tried to reach out to MC Duke today, but I didn't get an answer. He's probably busy. So just making sure everything is well for 7. I forwarded the WhatsApp number today.
Yes, Aisha, good afternoon. We standing with him firm. We standing with him strong. We standing with him as those concrete walls that build up the whole cave. Not the one where does mash up, you know. We talking about the thick one. We standing with him. We backing him. We backing him back, belly and side front, the top of his head to the sole of his feet. We backing him, Aisha. Aisha, good afternoon again. God bless.
We have so much to discuss, eh? We also have a break to take in a short while. You see, it has some members of the People's National Movement. You're supposed to put them in a barrel and roll them down a stone hill or something. Some of them, yeah, it has some of them that I want to put in a barrel and roll them down a hill. Because they like to pretend that they stand on the side of justice and morality when they really stand on the side of bacchanalia and confusion. Because I have seen a band of thieves hold together better than the toughest crazy glue out. And they went for 5 years and 4 months. But plenty of all you who play that all, you're so full of integrity. Ready to throw you on under a bus. Yes, some of all you nasty, dirty, and stink. But I won't say too much because I will let you guys have the final say. But you see, some of all you so-called PNMites, all you worse than dog shit at the side of the road. I said it.
Mommy put coffee on the fire, encouraging them to stay a little longer. Ham and bread on the table. Why don't she pull out a bottle? The music went in my neighborhood. Pull the old sax below the bed. Come across and join the bacchanal. They wouldn't stop singing at all. My Jeffrey, oh, get up. Hey, you were here, the neighbor cock crowing. No girl. Madam Jeffrey, oh, get up, get up, get up.
Western Roll is singing in position number 11. They look for that.
Let me come back to this song because I really pissing vex, and I'll tell all you something. Some of them, and this would have tripped me off, right? Because for me, this is personal. For some of them, this is business. And they will jump out their whole self, pretend to be on board the bandwagon, to see how best they could benefit themselves, their friends, their family, sit down in the quiet zone, eat the food, but when it's time to come out and actually defend the party and do the work, you don't see them, you don't hear them, or they sell out to the highest bidder. Once it doesn't suit them, then it does not suit their agenda. They will throw the entire party under the bus. The same party that reward them, by the way, the same party that get them a walk, the same party that supports them, their friends, their families, the very same party, when it's time to come out and defend our party, everybody quiet in a corner or jump out when it suits them. And that is what it stripped me off, because for me, it is be personal. For me, I just drop everything. For me, I just do what needs to be done in order to defend. But some of them is only paying them conveniently now. And it's them I just had to run out for. It's them I just had to just lost myself, lose control of my mind and tell them off. Because I'm fed up of having to come and do this. Having to come and defend the party that will turn around and reward them same nasty, dirty, stinking people, you know. But it's for the love. And it's the Trinidad and Tobago. Plenty of we forget it had a government here that ran a band of thugs and thieves for 5 years and 4 months, and nobody rat out nobody. Nobody sell out nobody. They all went down to the very end defending their corruption. Nobody ain't telling you to defend corruption in the PNM. First, you have to show me where the corruption exists before you could join the band of bandits calling for the Attorney General to go. You had to first show me where the corruption exists. But all you're not even willing to stand up and look, to defend, to bring forth a conversation, to help people to understand what is happening. Everybody just want to run out when it represents them. Convenient PNM is what I call them. But we like it so. Black man only look for that. They could throw down Dr. Rowley's whole government somehow. All you didn't care because all you eat enough over the last 7 years to take care of yourself and all your family.
You're on Coco. Western Roll is singing in position number 11. They look for that.
The AG must go, the AG must go, we must go home by you.
November 7th, I see black man cry. No blood still running from black people's eye. But I remember when a sunrise, African rise. And I beg black man, please open your eyes. While I was singing and busting me liver string, black man asking me where Atlantic play. Then they put their 14 finger on the shelf. So today, black man, you must blame yourself. Cause when I sing, they never listen where Coco say. Black man's mentality gone Spectrum and PSA. Big lyrics I sing in, they wouldn't listen to me. Black man telling black man, oh black man, come out to party. I remember when I sing Sham, we don't want it. The same black brothers said, Coco, you singing shit. So they say, through my fault while you strike your heart. Black man, all you look for that. I want a white black man always.
And some of all you just make me so shame, boy. Shame. The Attorney General is going nowhere. This government will serve every single day that is allotted to them under the Constitution of Trinidad and Tobago. Let me put some of you on notice one time. And you see some of all you who just like to hang around P&M conveniently to see how all you could fit in. All you have me so to deal with. And let anybody tell all you about me. I is an official pest who really don't give a hoot who I upset. Let's have a next one. On the Koki Eye station. He just ain't calling Foster name, but it's Foster name he want to call it. I don't know who gave he a work to go after hard-working, young, assertive Foster Cummins. But I don't know if you ain't get the memo. I on Foster team. And if you think you is the biggest, baddest P&M, because P&M mind you like a stepchild, and you could destroy and build up who you want in the party because internals come in now. And like somebody gave you a work to come for Foster, you had to come through me. Instead of you thank God for health and strength, thank God for life, the only thing you could do is turn your guns on the radio on Foster Cummins, young, vibrant Foster Cummins, who trying his best up in La Hocketa, who had a battle of a lifetime to fight up there and won. Instead of you thank God for life, health and strength, every chance you get, you on Foster back. I on Foster team, eh? And I's not easy one to wrangle with. You don't want to cross me. Leave Foster Cummins alone. The opposition of 1,000,001 of them who doing all kind of thing on the other side. You can't see that to discuss. You can't attack the UNC. Your only thing to do is attack Foster Cummins. P&M Foster Cummins. I tell you, somebody P&Mites just make me shame. The AG not going nowhere and leave Foster to hell alone. All you don't want to start that pack of foolishness with me. Because I have no done. So go back and let he know that I on Foster team. And because I on Foster team, anybody come for Foster to pass through me, and I, Aisha Wells, have no done. What P&M is all you know. P&M mind some all you like a stepchild. And all they feel all they can make and break the party is who all they want and who all they don't want. Come for him now, I beg you.
Remember slavery on the plantation. Master used to use a black man to be black man. So when I hear something, I got a pain. I say, oh God, black man go beat black man again. But black man give black man soup. But black man want harm. Black man ain't.
Some all leaders wait till internal elections to show all your true colors, eh?
Like an outcast.
All you better make this the quietest internal elections the party ever see, eh? Because I come in for some all here. Okay.
The ball in your hand. I spoke to Leroy Clark and Kappa Cambon. And up to now them can't understand where went on. You went and was knighted up in Africa. But to your black brother you prove a traitor. If Abu Bakr return and the shooting start, all you look for that. And if you don't,
the AG, We know he do nothing wrong, and it's for, what we want is Kamala to resign and go. Go, Kamala. We don't need you. We fed up. I hear you. You always want to take the court. Your own party wanted to go. Go now, woman. Go. We don't want you.
Good afternoon, Aisha Tobago in the house here. Aisha, Mr. Faris Alwari is doing a good job. He's doing more than what the last Attorney General where we had under the People's Partnership was doing. Them pilots so much bill and half of it never even see the light of day. Right? He's doing a good job. So they could do whatever, jump high, jump low. Aisha, he ain't going away. And Aisha, I glad how you say that some of we PNMites, we need to put some of them in a barrel, throw some and light them a fire. Just as how they treat Mr. Manning, cuss him up, kind of thing, and then they went and vote and give it that wretched PP government. Now they're trying to play nice, and some of them do the same thing to Dr. Rowley, and then some of them now they come in and rub shoulders, and say, I was always for the PNM and thing. We Trini people really don't know what we want. I shine it for the long haul. Sink or float I on the ship, going my way, battling my canoe. This is a marriage with no divorce. So Aisha, I side with you. A set of hypocrites. Aisha, I locked on and listening love.
So for some of you who wondering who she talking about, who against Foster Cummins Day, I never call no names. However, I will tell Darian Marcel that I support Foster Cummins. That is what I say. Darian Marcel, Aisha Wells, support Foster Cummins. I don't put water in my mouth. Aisha Wells, support Foster Cummins. Somebody could call Darian Marcel and tell him that. Let me take some calls. Caller, you're live.
Good evening, Miss Aisha. How are you?
I good. How you doing?
Good evening, Miss Aisha. Yeah. Oh.
Caller, go ahead. You're live.
Miss Aisha. Hello?
Caller, go ahead. You're live.
Hello? Yeah, man. Well, Miss Aisha, I hear you playing that record there. Miss Aisha, remember some of these people, or the so-called PNMites in person. Remember, there's one who's a former finance minister, and he is always being interviewed by certain TV and radio station and always talking about economic policy. He's one of those people who toting feelings. You know what I'm talking about. Also, there's one of them who was invited on a UNC platform. Remember her? Aisha?
Yes, caller, go ahead.
Yeah. And Aisha, that's what I'm saying. Or I keep strong. What is the reason why people want Mr. Faris Alwari to go? I see no reason. If you notice the pattern, a couple of weeks ago, there was the National Security Minister Fitzgerald Hines, and they was asking for him to go because he was involved with the Indo meeting with Gary Griffith. You notice that mantra quiet down because originally they wanted Mr. Fitzgerald Hines to go, and now they're targeting Faris Alwari. And if people don't understand, you're targeting the AG, you're targeting the Prime Minister. The whole point is that people want this government to fall to call an early general election. That's the whole thing, Aisha. They're trying to do what took place with Mr. Manning. Mr. Manning didn't complete his second term in office. He had to call election prematurely and he lost. So what we're seeing right now is that people, with the dissatisfaction and the reason of high food prices around in this country and also around the world, the people disenchanted with the government. You see how going on with the nurses and the teachers, and they have reflections after that. They want this government to fall so they can call early general elections. So I'm waiting to see how that so-called no confidence motion will work out. But I think that will fail too.
Thank you so much.
No confidence motion, but
caller, you live.
Good afternoon, Aisha.
Hey, PNM Jama, how you doing?
Yes, my darling. Well, I still have here in my PNM jersey because Dr. Rowley not going away. Mr. Hines not going away, and Mr. Faris Alwari not going away. You understand? They want to see how they could cripple the party, where they could go back there, but not at all. No way. We have a PNM side waiting on them. Okay?
So much PNM Jama. Summer we ain't even waiting for them to cripple. We willingly train. We train on one another. Summer we willingly train on one another. We not even waiting for them to throw it down. Summer all here too nasty. That is what going on with summer all here.
So much of thing. I see Ram Logan do. Or I hear Ram Logan do. And UNC people never call for your head. Right? What has happened to we black people? What has happened to we African people? Everything that us get vexed for. And oh, PNM this and PNM that. Right? I don't care. I's a PNM till I dead. There's say people that say that, but I saying it. I's a PNM till I dead. Don't mind others call for they fix the road. I'm doing that because why? I don't want them to stay for election, then to come and fix the road. For people to be balling, oh, because at election time they come in to fix the road. So this is my party and I want them to fix the road before election time. So I will ask for that. But me, I love my party till the end.
We in the middle of a THA election to fight. We have that to do. We have Tobagonians trying to spear Tobago in one direction, and we have PNM Tobagonians trying to mash up the party in two. We have PNMites in Trinidad trying to hold it together, and there are PNMites in Trinidad who believe the Attorney General must go. Make up all your mind, man. Pick a struggle now. It's either we going down with the ship or we mashing it up. It can't be both. Caller, you live.
Hi, Aisha, how are you?
I get how you doing.
Oh, boss, girl, drag your bow and pull your bow. I like you. But take your time, don't let them get you twice. But Aisha, you know what it is? Nobody in action themselves. Who will benefit from us not having a commissioner of police? And then we go see who really start the bacalao. Who you think will benefit? Not a certain people so they could go and jump up and say, you see, every time PLM and them in bomber crime does escalate. Who does say that? And we will understand who really causing the bacchanal and who caused the problem. But we too blinded by letting foolish people lead us down a merry-go-round. And so sad to see. What you say is truth. It is always fall for the same foolishness. And don't worry, that people will be for sale. If they wasn't buying and selling people, we would have never be in this position that we are now. And people continue to allow themselves to be bought and sold. We have seen in numerous instances the same persons asking for people to resign have so many things that they were supposed to resign for. For Emil Great, come right back down, giving himself to investigate himself in prison gates. But they didn't resign. Section 34, they didn't resign. But we want somebody to resign now. All of a sudden you have integrity. Come on, man.
Thank you so much, caller. All I could tell PNMites about integrity, all I could talk about republicanism and what it means to be patriotic to a PNMite, it was us, always from day one, who held Trinidad and Tobago's democracy intact, need I remind you. So to be running around town now with the opposition and your opposition friends talking about integrity and moral and spiritual values and this and that and who should go and who shouldn't go. Some all you just sickening, that is all your problem. In order to hear all yourself on Facebook, I had to bite my tongue. And on radio, some all you ain't care which bandwagon all you jump on, all you don't care which government all you threw down. And like a caller rightfully say, we must always remember it was PNMites that threw down Patrick Manning, eh? We must never forget it was we who did it to ourselves. And if all you don't catch all yourself now, history will repeat itself, eh? And this time, it's Dr. Rowley whose neck will be on a platter for serving, eh? Let me just let some all you know that one time. Caller, you live.
Sister, good evening.
My brother, how you doing?
I'm fine. And how are you today, ma'am?
A little upset, but I'm hanging in there.
Views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
It's nice. We got to make it nice. Christmas nice. We got to make it nice. Christmas 2020 going to be exciting. Although everybody battling COVID-19, every living human being in the name of Jesus deserve to have a good time celebrating Christmas. This year we go party all over the land. Day and night is party. Come and join the fun from town to arena. This year we go jam, drinking Fanta Prima, eating bread and ham. Last year it was super, the varang was sublime. This year will be greater, we go have a good time. The music much sweeter, the momentum is prime. Welcome to the future, we like men online. This year we go party all over the land. Day and night is party. Come and join the fun from town to arena. This year we go jam, drinking Fanta Prima, eating bread and ham. It's nice, we got to make it nice. Christmas nice, we got to make it nice. Family, we got to make it nice. It's nice, we got to make it nice. This year we go party all over the land. Day and night is party. Come and join the fun from town to arena. This year we go jam, drinking Fanta Prima, eating bread and ham. Christmas 2020.
Land Capital Certificates is a passive income service company located at Princess Margaret Street in San Fernando and 6th Street South Woodbrook. At Land Capital, investing is made simple. You invest with us. We make the investments and then you collect returns either monthly or yearly. We have 5 different options you can choose from, and each investment option comes with different benefits starting from TT $5,000. For more information, contact 399-0307. Len Capital Certificates. It's all about you.
Tune into the Street 91.9 FM
Every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
for the Repairing of the Breach radio program with me, Bishop Showinau Thomas.
The scripture says, "And they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places.
Thou shalt raise up the foundation of many generations, and thou shalt be called the repairers of the breach, the restorers of the paths to dwell in."
Don't miss it. Repairing the Breach radio program with Bishop Sherwin R. Thomas on the Street 919 FM every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Hi, this is Nikki Crosby with a message for you. People always ask me, why you get vaccine? Well, many reasons. Because I like saving my life, my husband's life, your life. Because I love people. Because I want to work with children again. Because I want to fat. So whatever your reason, let we all do our part and vaccinate TNT.
Police, good day. Officer Best Price here. Johnny Q Auto Parts Division?
Yes, sir.
I'm here to investigate an assault on batteries.
Excuse me, sir?
Is it true? You have batteries selling for $488?
Yes. Power Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar batteries.
So I could buy a battery for $488?
Yes, sir. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed and distributed by Massey Automotive.
Which part?
Right here at Johnny Q Hardware and Auto Parts Division, 15 Arabita Avenue, Woodbrook. And our new Johnny Q Superstore, located at Lowlands Mall off Claude Noel Highway in Tobago. You could call 63 Tools.
Alright, thanks, boss. Nah, man. Granny, do you have $488 to lend, man?
Turn your lights down low
and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco, Sangre Grande, is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guest. Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Sunday Ministry of Worship, Children Hour, and the Word from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation from 9 p.m. Wednesdays, we deal with current affairs from a biblical perspective from 9 p.m. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org or on Facebook. Email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated at Church of the Firstborn Assembly, account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on.
If you're experiencing pain, constipation, headaches, poor blood circulation, high or low blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, swollen or darkened feet, come visit us at Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle offer a wide range of services. Come and experience our new 3D analyzer, which allows you to have a look inside your body. We also provide live blood analysis, iridology, ionic foot detox with foot soak and foot massage, aquatherapy, full body massage, and organic supplements on sale such as nano silver, nano zinc, body light, cold pressed sesame oil, and more. Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at number 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. For more information, call 275-8359 or 288-1108.
Pastor Hannah A. Pabu of Holy Spirit Ministries will be live on the street 919 FM every first and third Wednesday from 11:15 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. In the scripture, Matthew 19 verse 26, the Bible says, "But Jesus looked at them and said to them, with men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible." Pastor Hannah is here to motivate you, challenge you, encourage you to walk in your purpose and destiny God has for you. For prayer and counseling, call Pastor Hannah at 728-5197.
He heals me when I'm broken. Strength where I've been weak. Forever he'll reign.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Yes, Aisha. Give them it good. It's too much hypocrite, some of them. You know, people on the ground working hard on Facebook, fighting the cause for the PNM, and it has some of them only eating food. The age ain't going nowhere, Aisha. And tell them leave Foster coming alone. Leave him alone. Thank you.
Young, vibrant, coming. I am so proud of Foster Cummins. So what, a young person can have ambition to be a prime minister in this country. Black man shouldn't have ambition to be more than who he is or where he come from. No, he shouldn't have ambition at all. Samaoli, if I study Samaoli, Faris Alwari is going nowhere. The People's National Movement's government is going nowhere. We have more important issues to focus on, like a THA elections.
Still running.
Get all your mind right for me now, please.
When a sunrise up.
What happened to the obia that they working on all your working on? The obia that they working on some all your
Black man asking me where Atlantic play. Then they put their 14 finger on the shelf.
Aisha, good afternoon.
I'll come back to that voice note. Let me take this call. Caller, you live?
Yes, sister. Good evening, Agnes.
Welcome back.
Because I saw a lady on Facebook with the same talk, and I hear Kingsley coming and praising that lady have belly. Give us a particular fortitude to call for the head of the Attorney General. I'm saying, for what reason? If I was to compare the past Attorney General who is now before the court on his boo-boo and compare this Attorney General, if they want to say he make a boo-boo, it's far different. His boo-boo didn't cost me embarrassment unlike the other one. So I believe I will stick with what I have here, because their purpose is to try to bring this administration down. Because you know something, Aisha? I saw a man last night doing a live, and I heard Andy Williams with the conversation. UNC needs to attract people on the east-west corridor. So what he's saying, the UNC needs to attract Africans.
Basically.
So putting Anil Roberts on that radio station, we already have that East Indian, because the East Indian radio station, although is running by a PNM owner, but still East Indian people listen there. If he come over here, we will get a good rate and we will put him, because we is number one, we the number one PNM show in the morning. And I'm saying, well, if you observe all the voice of the UNC presently now that is not in the parliament is of what race?
Talk.
You notice that?
Talk.
All the voice of the UNC presently now are of African descent. So I saw one last night telling us that they're taking away the money and the this. And I'm saying, well, all right. If PNM ain't good, and the UNC had the opportunity and had the highest oil price ever, and didn't do what it is you say should have been done, or what the PNM should do for black people, they didn't do it then. And you want me to give these same people a chance again? So black people have to be foolish, because at the end of the day, they could say what they want. It reached down to the end of the matter. It reached down to race, because they are trying to attract me to come over to try to get 29 seats in order. And I tell it, who don't want to admit it, Aisha Wells? That has been the most corrupted administration we have ever seen in the history of history. Bingo. They got back into office. Imagine, they had two men. That's the extreme. We should never forget that. They had two men that was charged on that ball. They were was 4 of them, or 5 of them. Because they had a lady named Rene Kwao, the Chinese man, Ishan Steve, we remember most current. Right? We have these 4 people with matters before the court. And the 2 most famous out of them, these fellas went and drafted a bill in Parliament called Section 34. Take a man with a bunch of keys on a snake. And when they done. And what race is he? And his career, I don't care what nobody say, his career is finished. He can't even go back on the bench and sit down. That's all.
Exactly.
His career is finished. And what they give you out of that Section 34 to try to free 2 men from that time up to now. And so what will they do when we have, you see how they're trying to tie up now, Anand Ram Logan and the so-called commissioner who gone away? You understand the Kalaloo that they're mixing up now with the law association and people all they wake up, you know. They're not trying to save Trinidad, because I try to see what's going on in England and America, right?
Yes.
No food, eh?
No food. Ships all out on the water, can't even dock.
When it started happening here, who you going to blame, Dr. Rowley?
I tell them people have a plan and we walking head first in it.
And because all they had to be after what they did to Mr. Manning, and see what they did. They had the highest oil price ever, the highest gas price ever, and they left you with the highest budget. Aisha, when they say change, we missing $500 million to come back when they exchange money. A woman tell me they had so much money they was putting money in money walls. Not so?
Correct.
What are we waiting on to come together? We don't have a black organization. The only thing black people in Trinidad and Tobago could say they have as something that does identify them is what? The Valencia. We didn't even call it PNM.
Yep.
I tell them, the people who, you see the debate, that whether they call, whether they walk in the parliament before the speaker, ask them who put the money to fix that. Then, and here, you know, you make me draw a point. The people who did all of that, and all the, I know where we just fight, the people who did all of that, are not Trinbagonians, they say Trinbagonians, you know. The people from Laventille who repair the Mason Port of Spain is descendants of Vincentians and Grenadians, you know, Aisha Wells.
Correct.
Why don't we catch ourselves yet? Sister, go on, enjoy it.
Thank you so much. Because some of we feel we's uppity Negroes. And the uppity Negroes feel they better than the Negroes who not uppity. So we have a degree, and we have a this, and we have a that, and we figure that we better than all the rest. Fools is why I call them. Fools. Because with all your degree and all what you have, how does it benefit your community? You don't think about the community yet? Once you could benefit and your friends could benefit and people in your circle could benefit, to hell with everybody else, eh? Let me play some voice notes, sir.
I support the PNM executive of San Fernando West 100 times. I support the Attorney General 100%. And who is the opposition to talk? They have no credibility. The opposition credibility is money, bubble, and corruption. That is their credibility. So the UNC should shut up and go in a corner and cool itself, because that party has no credibility. And as great is the PNM, great is the PNM, great is the PNM, and they shall always prevail. Have a good program, Aisha.
Aisha, good day. I reading something about people making comment about Dr. Rowley should demit office and apologize. And when them was trying to get his Chief Justice out of office, them had banner in front of the office saying the CG must go. And now them playing their moral authority to speak to the Prime Minister and telling about how he disgraced his family. What is really wrong? What is really going on in Trinidad and Tobago? Aisha? What is going on? Is one law for Indian and one law for African? Them think them controlling this country or what? They're trying to make Trinidad ungovernable? Is the government the one to overthrow? But that is stay there for, that is go through for the next 4 or 5 years until an election call. PNM ain't going nowhere.
And if some all they feel like coming here to discuss Inshan Ishmael, or they could kiss my ass, because Inshan Ishmael is not important enough for me to sit here and discuss. We have too many important issues of governance for me to sit down here and discuss an issue with a man sending a message to another man personal email and do expect him to cuss him out. Anybody who stepped to my personal email, Facebook, WhatsApp, or meet me in the road to discuss something to me outside of work hours, you're lucky is that alone, I tell you. You're correct, lucky if that alone, I tell you. I may have a few other choice words for you. So ease me up with the Inshan Ishmael conversation, please. It have too much important issues of governance to focus on than for me to come here and discuss that. He lucky that alone is with the Prime Minister. Tell him Sharon should have access to Dr. Rowley email. I should have be Sharon.
Hi, Aisha. Good evening. Calling from Tobago. Aisha, I support Mr. Faris Alwari. Mr. Alwari, you're getting your support from Tobago. He ain't going anywhere. And Dr. Rowley, you need to watch over your shoulder because it have some people who talking about PNM till they're dead. But they ain't no PNM till they're dead, you know. They coming to rub shoulder with you to get into PNM business and then go and give their colleagues on the opposite side. Don't trust your own shadow. Watch them with a cocky eye. Have a blessed day, Aisha. Aisha, the main person who topped the list to be removed from the parliament right now is Kamla Prasad Bissessa. Not even her own people want her. I hear they give her time frame to drop the leadership. But wait, her time coming. They're only calling for this one to go, that one to go. She's supposed to go long time.
And not a soul calling for her to go anywhere. Instead, all they want to take poor Faris Alwari and throw he under the bus. And I must sit down here and don't tell Ole which part of my ass to kiss. Ole lucky and get up and show Ole on the camera now. Call her you live.
Oh God, Aisha.
How you doing?
Oh God, don't ever get your vex, comrade.
Comrade, you know this thing, I listened to you and I played this thing. You know this is a whole commerce. The UNC trying to put the Police Association, right, the PSC, the Attorney General, Anna Ram Logan, one of the PSC commissioner, something in adding up here, you know, Aisha. That is a melee. That something coming to somebody soon in the court. And they're trying to tie up the whole legal law association. Something coming up. Somebody's a witness had to talk somewhere. Aisha, this thing, it is not, Aisha, this thing is big trouble in Trinidad and Tobago. Constitutional thing could happen to the country, you know. This have smelling like a rat somewhere, Aisha. Listening to your program, very good program.
No, I actually have a tattoo on my ass that says to kiss it. So I will get up now on camera and show it. Hold it. What? I'm not coming here to lie to all you. I will get up and show it. Fed up of some all you. Sick and tired of some all you. Sick to my stomach with some all you.
Aisha, me here again. Yes, and I like how you're saying it. We have an election here to win. Now remember, the same PNM people that have you with the 6-6, because they didn't like what was going on, and they didn't like this one, and they didn't like that one. When we had election here in Tobago, half of them who had party card didn't come out and vote. Aisha, half of them is new members who get party card went out and vote because the old chicken heads and they didn't come out and vote. It had one woman, she come up on the radio station and say, oh, because how they treat Mr. Charles, she not voted. Mr. Charles put himself in that position because if you don't want to listen to people and you want to knock yourself and say, I am the head chief here, well, all right. The same people gonna take you down, Aisha. So I quite agree with you. So let me see what they're going to do, and if they want to go and give it to Watson Duke and them, Aisha. Remember Watson Duke say he and Farley THA is hiring too much of people, too much of Tobago people. Aisha, I work in THA, so you know. If these people and them get the other pack my judgy bundle, I might lose my house. But don't worry, I have my leather boots and my cat suit. I will work it to make sure and pay off my thing. So half of them will want to stay there. Half of them who wants to stay there and start to talk a set of crap and go and give the PDP wherever they get, they go take. According to Coco, black man look for that Tobago in the house.
And Miss Tobago, I'm glad you bring it up. Because I headed over to Tobago this weekend to also tell them which part of my ass to kiss. Because apparently in Tobago now, the fastest way to get yourself into the screening committee as a candidate is if you belong to a church. Yes, the fastest way to get screened is if you belong to a church. Because it has some of them who believe that they could use the church, or they hear me correct, the church, in order to propel their political agendas. Or they could be that. All I think is one thing I have to be dealing with in this party and in this place. So it have people who work hard and tirelessly in a constituency and can be put aside. Because it have people who know how to maneuver their way in the church to get church members to support them. And if they don't get who they want, they telling the members in the church don't vote, or vote for X or vote for Y to cause P&M to lose seat. Well, they think it's easy. Well, Mr. Bego, they better get it together very quickly. Especially on the heels of this THA election, because I will have zero patience in telling them which part of my ass to kiss. And I'm planning to start in Tobago this weekend. Facts. Let me take some more calls.
Then they put their 14 finger on.
Caller, you live.
Aisha.
Hey, how you doing?
Play Hypocrite by Jimmy Cliff for me, please.
I'm planning to look for that song now.
Yes, play. I want to hear that song, Hypocrite by Jimmy Cliff. Okay?
You're welcome.
Yes, okay, mother darling.
Them black brothers say Coco, you singing shit. So they say through my fault while you strike your heart. Black man, all you look for that. I want a white black man always contact start. Black man, all you look for that.
That's the difference between both parties. UNC supporters know Kamala did nothing for the country. Plant-like substance. Wow, in Gulf and up to now they can't own it. Why people afraid the property tax? It's how much land, how much people place, all they take. All they want no property tax and talking about poor people. All they don't care about poor people. You tell people pension at 60 and you ride with it in 2010, and when you get in, nothing like that transpire. A man 2G put one chassis number. Will you come out with that? Which person in the right sense going in the prime minister residence with plant-like substance? You never hear all on that. Or you could be a woman on the head security woman out on the you're fast with yourself to tell me she has resigned. Let us move on, and people are still supporting that. Or they still put this woman come back, she telling her about baby grant, make one baby $500. After that $500, what you going to do? People are really sick to support these people, you know. It's only P&M doesn't mash up P&M. UNC doesn't mash up UNC. They know the woman who don't nothing good for them. But she borrowed to borrow and thief to lend. Nobody has seen nothing but that. They don't go against, but audio. Dr. Rowley this, Dr. Rowley that. P&M was a hypocrite, no, Aisha. A set of hypocrites. Them don't love party. They are set of hypocrites. Or you don't see the UNC people doing that. Look, watch me. Right now, I set a bacchanal in the UNC. You hear people coming out? King's think out, you hear he saying anything? I just listen to the Robert twins, them two little girls, talking such a nonsense. And I just listen under the ground report. This young boy you talking about, Gary Rowley. Them fellas and them have a walk, you know. Look, Tabakwite taking a because Tabakwite knew, he knew, they do wrong, but Tabakwite wouldn't talk. Everybody that's quick to come out and say Rowley this and Rowley that. I seen how did I say Rowley? Them don't know about Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley, you know. But you know, but you hear where there's address Kambaba and she marry men. All you're sick in this country.
I don't know what Shack did a shake, but at a point in time in governance and P&M did a shake a Shack and how everybody dismantled. and running after one another. I don't know how they just managed to do it or when they does know, but it does know good and it does know well. All I am saying to right-minded persons who believe in democracy, remain focused. Please and thanks. Let's see who's there. Caller, you live.
Mr. Good afternoon to you, Aisha.
How you doing, Kingsley?
I'm calm. I am blessed by God. Wow, bacchanal in the PNM camp there, Aisha. Where is that?
Kingsley, what you have to study is the bacchanal in the UNC camp. I want you to study Andy Williams all over the world talking about you.
Well, Aisha, well, if you train bearing fruit, you will never feel big stone. And Andy tree in bearing no fruit, so he had to pay big stone. I don't have to pay big stone, Aisha Wells. But I learned from God later. It's always good to take 2 steps backward and come again. So let you do what you do. You ain't take that one. But I want to know about the bacchanal in the PNM. Who you cussing in Heights Day? Who interfere with you? You going back road?
I going back road? All I doing is defending my government. All I doing is defending my government, Kingsley. Why should Faris Alwari go anywhere? With Foster Cummins, do you?
Well, Aisha, I'm going to tell you, Aisha, right? I know, I break it up. Let me say good afternoon to Darren Master, yeah? Darren Master from 95.5. And good afternoon to Uda Barrett from New Source. Aisha, I do not know. I do not know if it's them two. Maybe them two. I do not know his accent. I do not know. So again, let me say good afternoon to Darren
You
Master.
know, when I had to call people name, I wasn't afraid to call it. So while you saying good afternoon to Darian Marcel, call him and tell him I shall well support Foster Cummins.
Oh my gosh.
That's all. I didn't say nothing bad about Darian. All I say to you, since you want to tell him good afternoon, call him and tell him I shall well support Foster Cummins.
Yeah, but I shall.
And while you're saying good afternoon to Rhoda Barrett, tell Rhoda Barrett I say Aisha Wells is a real PNM. Whether she walking NLCB or walking by 91.9. Call Rhoda Barrett Kingsley and tell her that.
Yeah. Well, I don't call Rhoda Barrett.
Well, if you want to say good afternoon, so I just giving you a message.
Yeah, well, I just saying good afternoon to Rhoda Barrett and Marcia, Darren Marcia, every name is from 95.5. I ain't saying nothing bad.
You're studying what's going on over here. You ain't studying what's going over by the UNC.
No.
They realize they pulled you, they pulled Gat, they pulled the pit bull and they pick up Anil, but you're here wondering, but what's going on here?
Aisha, as I said, my business in the public road. I tell them that the UNC leave me, so that's nothing new. So I not to spill an old milk. My woman gone, she gone. I'm not going to run she back down. And I don't want a woman so bad that I have to go and look for a woman or go on a woman. But I said, the fact remains. Look at it. Even on Miss Felix's program, she has saying that some PNM people are snake. Because I called in the program, some of them having problems. But I said, you say it right. You say it right. Is PNM bring down Manning? Is the people from in the PNM who hold in position, who ain't holding position, is who bring down Manning. And I'm seeing the same here today. But I said, first thing, let me look over because I'm not a PNM.
Did you forget? Hold on, I still have the form. Did you forget that you signed this form here, Kingsley?
Aisha, that's the wrong form.
No, it was the right form, Kingsley. Don't forget I own you. Kingsley, look your form here. Look it here, watch it. Look it there. Don't forget I own you. Pardon.
Remember after the show, I grab the form from your hand and I tear it up.
Kingsley, so you didn't see when I gave Robert the form to copy it?
No, I didn't see that one.
Oh, well, that is the one you should have looked at. But you was too busy watching me with love in your eyes that you didn't notice I passed the form original to Robert to copy. You didn't see that?
Oh my God.
Oh my God! I tell all you leave me to hell alone, you know.
I listen to the Bacadal on the both side. Then because remember, I am the middle. I am independent right now. So
all of a sudden you're going independent.
I was watching Bacadal between the ground reporter and Robert and Mikey Key and all of them, and also I was watching Bacadal between PNM and certain radio hosts and social media. So later I will go on the Barrett Live and say I shall well say listen to the program.
No, I want you to go on the live and tell Rhoda Barrett I shall well say she's a real PNM whether she walking by Iwer or by NLCB. That is what you say.
Oh well, I shall well PNM business is not my business. I remain a supporter of my great party.
You need to make up your mind if you going or you're coming, and you just kill me, you know.
Yeah. Well, I'm going and I'm coming with you living. What me do? Stay one spot, I have to go and come. If I ain't go and come, I shall well. People go finish me. So as I close, I shall well. I want to plead to the country. We are heading for Monday budget. I hope for the best for this country. I hope gas remain the same. I hope it wouldn't interfere or tamper with the gas Monday coming here. I also looking to remain food prices, basic food prices, corned beef rice, remain the same, flour remain the same. So that is my wish list for the budget. So in the next 3 days, I'll be on social media seeing what I hoping that Inbert could say. So I want to say, long live this country, long live the people's country, and it's time for us to unite. I am not a PNM, but I will support the good issues and the good thing what PNM bring for the people today. But I leave you now to go back and battle with the PNM people. I out of that. Thank you very much, Asharet. Thank you.
Nobody in battling with nobody, but you like too much of confusion. I just gave you a message to give people. You feel you will come here and say good afternoon to people and me go give you back a message to get up. I gave you back a message to give them. You know you're vexed. All you're good, yes?
Good afternoon, Queen Aisha Wells. Port workers, 90% of them voted for PNM, and I will tell you why.
Aisha, me here. Oh gosh, you have me weak up inside of here. So Kingsley signed me PNM form. Figure he tear it up and don't know he's a PNM member. Is that you telling me, Aisha? Well, Kingsley, come home. You come home.
Mr. Bigger, use a bacchanalist. Caller, you live.
Hi, good afternoon, Aisha.
Hey, how you doing, my dear brother?
Lovely program. And you know, Aisha, it's amazing. Now, I want to tell any member of the PNL, don't resign at all for any call by a party like the UNC. Aisha, let me tell you something, and I've said this before. The decency and the protocol that existed in government was eradicated in the structure of governance by the UNC. You know? There are people who are working in the protocol office. UNC get rid of them, you know. The breakdown we saw in the moral fabric of our country is when the UNC took office, you know. And the UNC, the UNC is a terrible group. They believe when you're in office, it's one thing. When you're out of office, it's another, you know. You could believe in hanging while in office and then change when you're out of office. That's the UNC philosophy, you know. They have nothing that pushes them in a circle, any level of decency to tell anybody to resign. So my thing is, but also want some people who support PNM and some African people, you know, African people make me feel that, you know, they are a certain level of the playing field, that if you do something wrong, you mustn't be forgiven, you have to resign. We have to stop that nonsense. We have to stop that nonsense. I show you name one group in this country, one organized group that could stand up in this particular country and tell us, hey, because of what we stand for, a politician could resign, a pastor could resign. Name one. Not in the law association. Almost everything in this country compromised, and the fabric. Dr. Rowley fed up, you know. Dr. Rowley so fed up that, you know, what we stood for years ago, Aisha, well, what we stood for is being eradicated. Even our citizens here, there were people saying, hey, when Kamran they were allegedly thieving money, there were people here saying, hey, at least you're getting something. These ruthless people. So my thing is, Forrest not going anywhere. Mr. Arabi not going anywhere. And I would not see, when the PNM hold the General Council, they will deal with Forrest in relation to structure and organization. But for the UNC, Aisha well, to be calling for anybody to resign, look, not today, not today. And I want the Baraka Wrong man, welcome to Big People Conversation. And you want to bet all the ministers that they will never speak to you again? You know why? You're too disingenuous. Take care, McGill. All the best.
Thank you so much. It had a time Insha and Ishmael was happy to kiss the Prime Minister's ass. Yeah? What you mean? If Dr. Rowley go left, he go right. Always want a selfie. Always want a selfie. I know start to say, but what kind of thing is that? Everywhere you turn, you'd have a camera up in your face, you and he together, happy in happier times. But now, the relationship sour. He tell you where to get off. And you all over the place leaking information. Look, some all you need to start wearing panty, yes? Mako me man. Call her your life. Not there. Let's see who's there. Call her your life.
Hello.
Call her your life.
Yeah, hello. Aisha Wells?
How you doing, Mr. PNM?
Are you okay listening to the drama? I want to argue with Baratari and them so much today. Some African people in this country is very gullible. Anything with them, just fall for own talk and just go on the other side. You tell me, Ms. Prasad said she did so much wrong in this country. You listen all radio stations day and night, and hear any East Indian radio station and hear people telling Kamala to sing, and they fighting them down as how we people fighting down Mr. Rowley and this PNM party. And Dr. Rowley is getting fed up with his tripling, but I'm asking my good Prime Minister to stay on, hold the course. Right? And I want to deal with something before I go. So a long time I called in a little while I was on the pavilion, so down listening and all of that. I just want to deal with something that's very touching to me this evening. The level of greediness and unpatriotism in this country by some public servants, not all, some. Or let's see what it is going on in the country. Or let's see what it is going on in the world. Or they're on TV, I say, yeah, man?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Or they're on television talking about 2013 salary. It have people in this country don't know where the next $100 coming from. You know what I'm telling you right now as we speak. It have people wondering who they could go and scrape up some flour and sugar to get a meal. And that is what all this Dr. Rowley keep living and deficit budget. But not the 6 years PNM was in power. For nearly 15 years now, we were almost running deficit budget in this country. We see what's going on with oil. We see what's going on in the world. For so much of countries, Caribbean island countries, send them how much thousands of public servants. All they have all the job, all they have all the increment, and all they still try to hold the children and learn some in this country for their own greedy gain, and some of the taxi drivers and some of the supermarket owners. There are times where, yes, we know prices have to increase, but there are times, a lot of times going on out there right now, where they don't have to make that increase. They're just doing it because of political victimization, and it is real out there. And I would like the Prime Minister to deal with them. You understand? I always say open up the market to international companies and to hell with them talking about we creating employment and we creating taxes. No, that is not all. Because competition drives prices down. This is the most greediest exercise I've ever seen from some people in this country. Some public servants, some business owners. Right? And this is the conversation we need to be having in this country. Or they holding a little school children to ransom. Or they get $1 cut in all the salary. It have people talking about 2013 salary and 2015 salary. That people don't know where the next $100 coming from. I shall well you hear what it is I tell you today. Some of them really public servants, they should be ashamed of themselves and nursing all in a time like now when all the country need already more. In one of the darkest hours in the country, this is what they're going to turn around and kick the people at Trinidad and Tobago because of those really selfish ways. We're not saying that all of them deserve a raise, but what was the right time when everybody has to bear strain, or that don't want to pass on the strain to the rest of the people? I said, well, I looked on and listened, my darling, good program, good contribution by I have some of you all. I looked on and listened, I say you have a good evening.
Thank you so much, Mr. P&M. Thank you so much.
Mr. P&M, I want to agree with you. I can't understand what the nursing council people fighting for permanent job for. They have a regular job. They're getting a regular pay. Whether they work or not, they're getting pay. What is the difference between permanent and regular? Your life ain't even permanent, but only fighting for a permanent job. Well, don't talk about the teachers. Only home nearly a whole year and a half. Only have to travel to go to work now. And people try to suffer in virtually on that whole year. And only want more money. Parents should get all their salary, not all year. Any diagnostic test to do on children, start with the teachers, Minister of Education. Start with the teachers. Them teachers, the diagnostic test. Keep up the good work, Aisha. Bye.
Aisha, you remember when Attorney General had two Range Rover with the same chassis number and never cleared that up? Now they're talking about Faris need to clear up something with some Porsche. Yeah? I want him to step down because of that. What about the two Range Rover with the same chassis number?
No, we forget that. Because Faris Alwari apparently had to open licensing office, sit down in licensing office and get licensing office to take his name off of a vehicle he sold how many years ago and put the person he sold it to name on it and then sign it off and hand it back to the owner. All of we Trinis, all of we living here, all of we know how long it is take to get things like that done. Oh. But if he had done it overnight, you know what they say, he used his power and his office to get things done at licensing office. He had to wait like everybody else for a transfer. But no. Run with it. Get rid of him. They forget. The very same people who did not remember the Range Rover situation want to tell us today what we should do with Faris Alwari, who's not responsible for the officials at licensing office. Caller, you live.
Good afternoon, Aisha again.
Welcome back.
What I tell you, these people, I don't know what they really need. It's the wrong side. They spin around. If these teachers and all they who are against the government and trying to get the government out, and they want more money and want money, you think if they get this government, you think they'll get anything? First thing they'll tell them, they have money. Because all the money that the Prime Minister take and do all sorts of things with it. To keep us living today, to keep the country running. Nobody didn't have a no-pay situation. All government staff get paid. And people who won't even work in you remain home and you're getting paid. All they expect, these people to tell all they have money to give all they want to do is to get back inside to prevent themselves from getting locked up. And we must not do that. They steal from our purse. So they must pay poor people, the same people that poor people talk about, people point out poor people. Those are the same people that are trying to use to get this government out, for it to defend themselves and block themselves from going to jail because they have us in this situation we're in right now.
Some people don't even have to leave their houses. They're working from home. You're doing things at your leisure, getting paid and still balling out for an increase. Instead of trying to live within your means. When you go to the grocery, pick up your needs and leave your wants. That's what we supposed to be doing. Pick up your needs and leave your wants. Have priorities. An increase is not going to make money because as fast as the money, the salary go up, the merchants putting up too. So we always on the same thing. That is just my view. Ovex loss.
Caller, you live.
Good day, Aisha girls. Aisha, I agree with what the last caller has just said. Some of these people I'm totally feeling, particularly the nurses and particularly tutor. And I know that person, that tutor, if I'm not mistaken, I think she screamed on that PNM, you know. She decided when the first seat and they didn't, and she didn't get through. So maybe this is probably one of the factors that she's the present tutor, she's totally feelings. And this day of reflection, so it could be political as well. I should have a good day because right now it is disgusting in this country. I'm fed up. I go on.
Thank you, caller. Caller, you live.
Hi, sister. Good evening.
Welcome back, brother.
As I talk about teachers, you saw what I wonder if it's in the UK or America did to Facebook. Facebook was taken to court and sued. Facebook have a thing, I wonder if it's TikTok or whatever. But anyhow, Facebook has a site that they say that influence 1 out of every 4 child about the physicality, the look. TikTok has a challenge. I think the UK or England or somebody, the UK or somebody decided to give them a charge. They had the challenge to slap your teacher. And we still do jokey down here and teacher refuse to go to school. Think about teacher who decide to stay home and the children get fed up and take up a TikTok challenge when they come out of school and decide to slap the teacher. Or they wake up and realize what's going on outside because of this pandemic and try and get ahead of what's going on before it reach here. That we could be step ahead and be a little more intelligent. Instead of that we fighting for money. Just now we can't the money, we will get the money and can't buy food, you know. Because just the same way the jab was for first world countries, same way food will be for first world countries, you know. I shall enjoy evening again.
They're not seeing that bacteria. They're not noticing that at all. This is about the 3rd time for the week. And the week only has 7 days. As fast as I get my hands on a little dust, I run in the grocery and buy and put on. Because I just have this real weird feeling that one of these days, real soon, we will wake up and not see certain items in the grocery. So right now, I stockpiling. There could never be too much of food for me at the moment. Until my son asking me, the last one, he say, Mommy, everything all right? Every time I turn around you in the grocery. If I have $5 now, I run in the grocery with the $5 to see if I could get 5 items. And I'm advising my listeners to do the same. There is going to come a time very soon, only go call my psychic and only go call Mobia, that you go have the money, you know. But the food is where you might catch your tail to buy. Do say I know one all you. Focus on non-perishable items and rest them down. Caller, your life.
Aisha Wedge.
Hey, leave it there where you come out.
I've been listening, Aisha. I've been listening. Aisha, the old people that say, what goes around does come around, Aisha. And I hear PNM internal election coming up just now. PNM people, all you know what to do. Stop backing a dead horse. Trust me what I tell all you. Aisha, darling, I still love you, you know. I will leave it there for now.
You leave it right there, leave it there. You go nowhere with that. You leave that right there. Let me play some voice notes.
Well, like me, so who working to the bone, should be getting a raise that pay. My pay in big, we pay in big. Look how much thing these nurses and doctors and police officers and teachers getting. It's people like me, so we're getting scrums. What getting scrums, they should give a back pay. Them get look how much back pay them so get. And they don't even teach. They only making noise about the printer breakdown. Them don't teach children, they don't teach children to read and write and spell and all kind of thing. But the war is happy, want to rest and reflect. Aisha, online classes is very, very hectic. What about parents and them who have to go to work? Who seen about them children and them who have to do online classes? These teachers and them don't want a good bush bath. That is what they want, Aisha, a good bush bath. Dr. Rowley and Mr. Imbert, please, if you're raising pay, people like this small man, we could do with the back pain. Aisha could do with her back pain all now. Tobago in the house.
Caller, you live.
Hi, good afternoon, Aisha.
Good afternoon.
The denominational schools still had a turnout, especially, and I want to stress on this, especially the Mahasabha schools. You see why they have these high turnout, and every year they run into the schools to show who tops the SCA and those things? You see why? It's because you see the stupidity we get. Look at the head of tutor. She fighting for that. She understands what is going on in the world. This is not a situation that just about Trinidad and Tobago. I don't know, but to me, like, she has a problem with Rowley and the PNM. Because I have seen she made some decisions and saying that sometimes I want to know where this lady had screw on. You call her to sit down in a joint thing, they should talk about no consultation. I mean, you're calling it told, and that is where the consultation starts. And I realize that she has a serious problem. And for her to do that, something has to be wrong with tutor. Because all they home all the time, all they gain all their salary, like Mr. PNM was saying. All they gain all their salary. People in the private sector gone home. And to wait until things pick back up for the thing to call them back out. All they're saying down with ham, lamb, jam. All they're watching all them soap operas, everything, and wait now. Salaries in the bank going? Let me see. They're going up online. The same thing, they use the same computer and everything they're using that they have from the school, and they go up online to check their bank account. Yeah. Alright, I see a nice land back from Amazon and they order it and bring it in. They had the luxury to do that when people home and suffering and anything. Because see how the people train now. Go do all the work and see how the people train. Only studying everything, all they will get that, they will come. Things real hard. And Aisha, we don't get Paris. Paris them first and they want to touch. Paris had to pilot bills and get bills passed by himself because the opposition ain't passing nothing. And they're frustrating it and thinking he had to pass the bills by himself. And this man has piloted a lot of bills. This man have done a lot with all the help of our opposition, with all the input of our opposition, I will say, the input, because the opposition is supposed to give their piece. So they can debate that, hey, if we didn't tell Paris and them to this section that we think it up, this is how the bill will work. All they contributed nothing to the bill, and asking the man to step down for that. And all they wouldn't, Kamala Prasad herself had to go like a mad woman when Gary said that, hey, I ain't gonna lie for that man, you know. And he had to go because he had to actually kick him out because she leaving he riding. When people calling on her to deal with she never deal with it. By the law, she had to let him go, and she was mad about it. But she coming now to tell people Paris did damn well, and I'm saying that again. He did damn well in getting bills piloted and passing Parliament with all the support and help of the opposition. Thank you very much.
Aisha, look your sister right here. Every time I hear this week, I pick up something. I ain't gonna pull no trolley. But every time I pass, I pick up something. So at least, if there's anything, I could still stretch a hand to hand somebody a little pack of rice or a little something. You understand? And when you're thinking, I study for you alone, you little study if your neighbor, you could hand your neighbor a little something just in case something come about. You understand? That's what we need to do.
Women who went begging the other day.
I'm almost out of here. Caller, you live.
Aisha, good afternoon to you, my
Hey,
dear.
mommy, you are my last call.
Yes, I realize that. What it is to be, sweetheart. Aisha, girl, all I can say, I hear Mr. Iwer try to tell you about the internal election coming and do back at their us. You understand? And I study we business, Aisha. Aisha, I love you this afternoon. I love you. Hit everything on in nail. You have a good afternoon, sweetheart, and reach home safe.
Me, thank you so much. People, I am out of here until Monday. Have a good one.
Hey, hey, Christmas is love, love, love. Oh, boy. Christmas is love. Oh, boy. We sharing the love, love, love. Bring the love. Oh, boy. Last Christmas we didn't know what to do. It was like a one-sided shoe, but then I get up and I realize and open my eyes. You see man plan and God does laugh. Yeah. So this Christmas on your behalf, yeah. It's only love, a handful of love, a teaspoon of love, a pot full of love, a bucket of love, a bottle of love, cup full of love. Oh, oh, Christmas is love, a basket of love.